New Claude Code 2.192 is insane. I used to spend so much time just setting things up, configuring tools, chasing down bugs caused by outdated settings, onboarding teammates who were all running different versions of the same tool. That was before I understood how fast Claude Code was actually moving, because this week, 3 versions dropped in 7 days. And the latest one, version 2.1.92, has changes that directly fix the exact problems teams run into when they try to scale AI coding tools across a whole organization. I'm going to break it all down: what changed, why it matters, and what you should actually do about it. My name is Ava, and I'm here to help you cut through the noise and actually use AI tools well. Let's go. Quick context first for anyone new here. Claude Code is Anthropic's agentic coding tool. It runs in your terminal. It reads your code base, edits files, runs commands, and handles full workflows just from plain language instructions. You don't copy-paste from a chat window. You give it a task, and it works through it inside your actual project. It's been one of the fastest-moving tools in the AI space this year, and this week proved that. So let's talk about what just dropped. Version 2.1.92 came with 10 flag changes and 21 CLI changes. That's a dense update. The 3 headline features are all about security and deployment, and I want to explain each one properly because they're more useful than they might first appear. The first is called Force Remote Settings Refresh. Here's the problem it solves. When Claude Code starts up, it normally loads its configuration from a local cache. That's fine most of the time. But in a team environment, that cached config can go stale. Someone on your team might be running permissions that have since been changed or restricted by your organization's policy. They'd have no idea. Claude Code would just start up normally and keep working with the old rules. This new policy changes that completely. When it's enabled, Claude Code will not start until it has successfully fetched the latest settings from the remote source. If it can't get those fresh settings, it shuts down instead of falling back to the cache. It's what security people call a fail-closed model. Safe by default, no silent drift. The second change is the Bedrock Setup Wizard. Amazon Bedrock is how a lot of companies run Claude at the enterprise level, through AWS instead of directly through Anthropic's API. The problem was that getting it configured correctly meant manually editing config files, which is tedious and error-prone. Now, when you log in and select a third-party platform, there's a guided wizard that walks you through AWS authentication, region selection, credential verification, and model binding step by step. Much easier, much less room for mistakes. The third change is the org gate permission policy. This one locks down the permission system at the organization level. It forces the org's permission rules to apply and blocks anyone from using bypass permissions, even if they explicitly request it. For companies that need compliance or have strict security requirements, this closes an important gap. Now, I want to spend a moment on something that I think a lot of people miss when they see a release focused on enterprise features. It's easy to look at these 3 changes and think, okay, that's for big companies, not for me. But here's the thing. Every time Anthropic ships features like this, it signals that they're treating Claude Code as long-term infrastructure. That means continued investment. That means faster fixes. That means the tool gets better for everyone, not just enterprise teams. So even if none of these 3 features affect your personal workflow today, they affect what Claude Code looks like 6 months from now. Pay attention to where the investment is going. When I first started learning how to use Claude Code effectively, I kept hitting the same wall. There were so many options, so many flags, and no clear starting point. That's when I found the AI Profit Boardroom community. Over 2,000 members sharing what actually works, which workflows save time, and which ones just look good in demos. If you're trying to level up how you use AI tools in real work, the link is in the description. Worth checking out. Now let's talk about the 2 versions that came just before 2.192, because they're part of the same release wave and they have features that will probably affect your day-to-day more directly. Version 2.191 introduced something called MCP Tool Result Persistence. MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. It's how Claude Code connects to external tools like databases, API services, and code search engines. The issue was that when those tools returned large amounts of data, Claude Code would truncate the result. It would only see part of a database schema or part of a codebase index. And when you're working on something complex, partial context leads to wrong answers. That cap is now set at 500,000 characters. To put that in perspective, that's roughly the size of a full novel's worth of text. Complete database schemas, full project file indexes, entire API documentation sets. Claude Code can now hold all of it in context without cutting anything off. If you use any MCP integrations in your workflow, this is the update that changes what's actually possible. Before, you'd sometimes get confident but wrong answers because the model was working from incomplete information. That problem is now significantly reduced. Version 2.1.90 brought two things worth knowing about. First, /PowerUp. Type it in your terminal inside Claude Code, and it opens an interactive tutorial system with animated demos that teach you how the tool works. It's built right in. No docs, no browser, just lessons inside the tool itself. If you're newer to Claude Code or you feel like you're only using half of what it can do, start there. Second, a 60% speed improvement to the right tool's diff computation for large files. This specifically helps with files that contain tabs, $signs, and ampersands, which means shell scripts, config files, environment templates, and similar. 60% faster on operations you run constantly adds up fast, especially in long autonomous sessions where Claude Code is working through a lot of files on its own. Here's what I'd actually do with all of this. If you manage Claude Code for a team, get the force remote settings, refresh, and org gate policies configured now. The docs are at code.claude.com. This is the kind of setup that saves you a lot of headaches later when someone is running stale config and you can't figure out why their environment is behaving differently. If you're on AWS and using Bedrock, try the new Login Wizard. It removes all the friction from the initial setup. If you have MCP servers set up, check your result sizes. Add the Anthropic max result size chars field to your server's meta response and set it to 500,000. If you've been getting inconsistent answers on complex queries, truncated context is likely part of the reason. If you're just getting started, run /PowerUp before anything else. Seriously, it's the fastest way to actually understand what Claude Code can do. And make sure you're on version 2.1.92. The package is at Anthropic AI Claude Code on NPM. The official changelog at code.claude.com. Docs en changelog is the cleanest place to track every update as it drops. Here's my overall read on where this tool is heading. 3 versions in 1 week. That pace isn't slowing down. Claude Code is getting more capable, more stable, and more suited to real team environments with every release. The MCP Persistence change alone opens up genuinely new workflows for people building on complex code bases, and the security features in 2.1.92 are the kind that make it possible to deploy this tool at scale with confidence. If you're already using it, stay current. If you've been waiting to try it, the timing is good. The onboarding is better, the tool is faster, and the context handling is more reliable than it's ever been. If you want to go deeper on AI tools and actually implement them in your work rather than just watch videos about them, I'd point you to AI Profit Boardroom. Over 2,000 people sharing real experiences with what's working and what's not. No hype, just honest, practical information from people actively using these tools. Link in the description. And if you want SOPs, use cases, and the full process, join the AI Success Lab. Over 58,000 members and more than 100 AI use cases to work through. Links in the comments and description, and you'll get the full notes from this video there too. If this helped, hit subscribe. New videos on AI tools every week. See you in the next one.